Body Systems by Aaron Rodgers. How is the body organized? Cells working together. Your body does many things. You can run. You can catch a ball. You can read and write. Your body parts work together so you can do everything that you do. Your body is made up of cells. Different body parts are made up of different kinds of cells. These cells all work together to meet the needs of your body. There are more than 75 trillion cells in the human body. Each cell is so small that it would take 10,000 of them to cover the head of a pin. Each single cell is a living unit. It is also part of a larger living unit, your body. Cells depend on each other to keep your body running smoothly. How are so many cells able to work together so well? This is possible because of the way they are organized in your body. Levels of organization. All cells are made up of the same basic parts. However, not all the cells in your body have the same job. Many different jobs must be done in order to keep the body in balance, so certain cells are responsible for certain jobs. The way the cells are organized depends on the job that they do. Cells that do the same job in the body make up tissues. There are many types of tissues that perform different functions in your body. For example, muscle tissue is made up of cells that can contract and shorten. Whenever you move a part of your body, you are using your muscle tissue. Another type of tissue is called nerve tissue. Nerve tissue is made up of cells that can carry messages from one cell to another. Your brain is mostly made up of nerve tissue. There are many other types of tissue. Some tissues hold body parts together. Other tissues support the body. Still other tissues cushion organs or release substances to keep your body in perfect balance. When a group of tissues works together, it forms an organ. Some examples of organs in your body are the heart, the lungs, the skin, and the stomach. All organs must have muscle tissue for movement. They also have nerve tissue that tells the muscle what to do. Organs also have connective tissue to hold themselves together and carry blood. Cells made up of tissues. Tissues made up of organs. Organs are part of organ systems. These systems work together and depend on each other to keep the body working. Look at the chart to see what each system does in your body. The body's major systems. Circulatory. Transports nutrients, oxygen, and cell wastes. Digestive. Breaks down food into a form the body can use. Endocrine. Controls internal conditions, growth, development, and reproduction. Excretory. Removes wastes from the blood. Immune. Defends the body against pathogens. Muscular. Allows body movement and movement of substances within the body. Nervous. Controls body movement, thought, and behavior. Reproductive. Produces sex cells and offspring. Respiratory. Provides the body with oxygen and removes gas wastes from the blood. Skeletal. Provides body protection and support. Interacts with muscles to allow movement. What systems help move body parts? Skeletal system. The bones in your body are made up of living tissues and minerals from your bone cells. Although bones seem hard, blood flows through every part of your bones. Your skeletal system is made up of bones and a flexible material called cartilage. If you touch the tip of your nose, you might notice that you can push it and bend it with your finger. This is because your nose is made of cartilage. When you were a baby, many of your bones were made of cartilage. As you grow and get older, a lot of that cartilage is replaced by bone. Bones hold your body up and make you tall. Some bones, such as your skull, protect your organs. Bones can also store minerals that your body needs, such as calcium and phosphorus. These minerals make your bones hard and strong. When bones lack calcium, they weaken, and a disease called osteoporosis can develop. Some bones can even make new blood cells. A thin, tough outer covering of blood vessels and other tissue covers bones and supplies them with materials they need. Compact bone is the hardest material in the human body. Spongy bone tissue makes the bone lightweight. Red marrow in the long arm and leg bones makes new red blood cells, while yellow marrow stores fat. A joint is where two bones meet. The shape of cartilage covering the ends of bones at joints determines how they move. Muscular system. You need bones to support your body. You also need muscles so that you are able to move. You have more than 600 muscles in your body. Those muscles and the tissues that attach them to your bones are what make up the muscular system. There are 3 different types of muscle tissue. One type of muscle tissue is found only in your heart. This tissue is called cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle does not get tired, even though it contracts time after time. When you feel your heartbeat, you can feel the cardiac muscles working. The second type of muscle tissue is called smooth muscle. Smooth muscle is in the organs of the digestive system and in blood vessels. Both cardiac and smooth muscles are involuntary muscles. This means that they control the movements in your body automatically. The third type of muscle is called skeletal muscle. Unlike smooth muscle and cardiac muscle, skeletal muscles are voluntary. This means that you control how your skeletal muscles move. Skeletal muscles work together with your bones to make your body move. Pairs of muscles connect to different sides of your bones near a joint. When you move, one pulls the bone and the other relaxes. Your body will move in the direction that the muscle is pulling. Keeping muscles and bones healthy. Sometimes muscles can get hurt. If you push your muscles too hard or stretch them too far, you might strain them. You need to help your muscles stay strong. Some ways of doing this are by eating healthy foods, getting plenty of sleep, and exercising. Also, be sure to warm up before you exercise. Warming up loosens your muscles and other parts of your body so you won't get hurt. Don't forget to stretch after exercising too. To straighten the leg, the muscle on the top of the leg contracts, and the muscle on the back of the leg relaxes. The muscle on the top of the leg is relaxing. This allows the lower leg to be pulled backward. The hinge joint of the knee allows the lower leg to move freely. When the lower leg is pulled back, the muscle on the back of the leg contracts. This pulls on the bones of the lower leg. How do systems control the body? Nervous system. Muscles and bones are what move your body. But how does your body know when to move? The nervous system tells your body. Your nervous system is made up of the brain, spinal cord, nerves, and sense organs. Without this system, you would not be able to speak, think, taste, hear, or see. The nervous system knows exactly what is going on both inside and outside your body. It is able to make sense of all the information it receives and respond to it. The nervous system would not work without nerve cells called neurons. Neurons pass messages throughout your body. Each neuron has a cell body with short branches sticking out on one side and one long branch on the other side. The short branches are called dendrites. Dendrites get messages from other neurons and give them to the cell body. The long branch, called the axon, moves messages away from that neuron to other nerve cells. When the dendrite of a neuron gets a message, the chemicals in the neuron change. This change causes an impulse or message to move across the neuron. The impulse moves from the dendrite to the cell body. It leaves the neuron through the axon. The message then gets picked up by the dendrites of the next neuron and causes an impulse in that neuron. This is how messages move from one neuron to the next. Most of these impulses move along neurons to your brain. Your brain controls almost everything you experience. When your brain gets a message from your nervous system, it makes sense of the message and tells your body how to react. This message is sent through the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a long bundle of nerves that runs down your back. Some neurons of the spinal cord bring messages to the brain. Others carry messages away. Reflexes. Not all messages pass through the brain. For example, if you put your hand on something hot, you will move it away quickly. This response is called a reflex. In this situation, your brain did not tell you to move your hand away. You did it automatically. Reflexes help you avoid danger. Endocrine system. The endocrine system helps balance everything going on in your body. It controls the slower processes, such as body growth and sugar levels in your blood. The endocrine system is made up of glands. A gland is an organ that makes a chemical. Some glands put their chemicals into tiny tubes or ducts. But an endocrine gland releases its chemicals directly into the blood. These chemicals are called hormones. Hormones control many of the body's functions. The endocrine system is always checking on your bodies. To maintain your body's internal balance, it releases hormones. There are different types of hormones, each with a different job. Some hormones cause bones to grow, and some cause muscles to store sugar. Endocrine glands. Pituitary. Controls development and body growth. Controls the thyroid, ovaries, testes, and other glands. Thyroid. Controls how cells release energy. Parathyroids. Control the amount of calcium and phosphorus in the blood. Adrenals. Control the body's reaction to anger, fright, or fear. Pancreas. Controls the amount of glucose in the blood. Ovaries. Control female characteristics and the menstrual cycle. Testes. Control male characteristics. Biofeedback loop. Endocrine glands have the job of keeping your body in balance. They do this by releasing different amounts of hormones. For example, hormones from the endocrine system control how much sugar there is in your blood. Blood sugar is called glucose. Every single cell in your body needs glucose to work. The diagram below shows how your body balances glucose in your blood. A biofeedback loop is a circular pathway that sends information back and forth from one part of the body to another. Biofeedback loop. Normal blood glucose. The amount of glucose in the blood needs to stay fairly constant in order for the body to function properly. Taking in blood glucose. When you eat, glucose is produced when food is broken down during digestion. Blood vessels in the small intestine absorb the glucose. Blood glucose high. Glucose passes into the blood, raising its sugar level. This causes cells in the pancreas to release the hormone insulin. Reducing blood glucose. Insulin produced in cells in the pancreas causes cells to take in and use more glucose from the blood. It also signals the liver to store unused glucose. Using blood glucose. The body constantly uses glucose. Unless it is replaced, blood levels of glucose fall. Blood glucose low. Low levels of glucose cause the pancreas to release the hormone glucagon. Increasing blood glucose. Glucagon causes the liver to release stored glucose. How do systems transport materials? Digestive system. The digestive system takes the food that you eat and changes it into a form that cells can use. Organs in the digestive system break down food into a usable form. The liver stores some nutrients and produces bile, which breaks down fat. It also breaks down harmful substances in the blood. The gallbladder stores bile produced by the liver and releases it to the small intestine. The pancreas produces enzymes that neutralize stomach acid. These enzymes are mixed with the food as it enters the small intestine. Process of digestion. There are two types of digestion. The first is called mechanical digestion. Mechanical digestion involves the tearing, crushing, and mashing of food. An example of mechanical digestion is when you take a bite of food and chew it with your teeth. The other type of digestion is called chemical digestion. This happens when chemicals, called enzymes, help to break down food into nutrients. The nutrients in food give us energy and help us grow. Mechanical digestion begins in the mouth. Food is shredded by the teeth and mixed with saliva. Saliva begins the process of chemical digestion to break down starches into simple sugars. After the food is soft and moist, the tongue pushes it down the esophagus. The muscles in the esophagus push it down into the stomach. The stomach continues the mechanical digestion with muscle contractions. Enzymes and acid produced by glands in the stomach break down the proteins. The acid also kills bacteria in the food. In the small intestine, digested food passes into the bloodstream through the villi, which line the small intestine's walls. Materials that cannot be absorbed into the blood pass into the large intestine. The large intestine absorbs water and stores waste until it leaves the body. A closer view. Many parts of your digestive system work at the microscopic level. They break down and absorb food so your body can use it. Tongue. The large structures on the tongue are taste buds. The smaller finger-like projections form a rough surface that helps in the chewing and movement of food. Stomach. The lining in the stomach contains glands that produce digestive juices. It also secretes mucus that protects the stomach from digestive substances. Small intestine. The surface of the small intestine is covered by as many as 40 villi per square millimeter. These structures increase the surface area through which digested food is absorbed into the bloodstream. Circulatory system. Your circulatory system is made up of your heart, blood, and blood vessels. The main task of this system is to move nutrients and other materials throughout your body. These materials flow through blood vessels to your cells. The part of blood that is liquid is called plasma. Plasma is mostly water, but it contains other substances such as nutrients and waste products. Red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets also float in the plasma. Your heart pumps blood to all parts of your body. Your heart is a muscular organ the size of your fist. It beats about 70 times every minute. Blood moves away from the heart through your arteries. Arteries are thick and muscular tubes. Arteries get smaller and smaller as they get farther and farther away from the heart. They eventually become capillaries. the smallest blood vessel in your body. The walls of capillaries are so thin that materials can pass through them. The capillaries give materials to the cells. They also take away materials from the cells. Blood then flows from the capillaries to larger blood vessels called veins. Veins carry blood back to the heart. Respiratory system. Cells in your body need nutrients in order to function. But cells also use oxygen to release energy from nutrients. This process produces carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a waste that must be removed from cells. Your blood carries oxygen to your cells and takes away the carbon dioxide. When your blood travels back to your lungs, it drops off the carbon dioxide. Your blood also picks up more oxygen to bring to your cells. The job of the respiratory system is to take in oxygen from the air and get rid of the carbon dioxide from your body. Your lungs, nose, trachea, and bronchial tubes are all part of the respiratory system. The diaphragm helps the lungs to function. When air enters the lungs, the diaphragm contracts. When air leaves, the diaphragm relaxes. When you breathe in, air goes into your nose. It moves through your nose, down through your trachea, and into your lungs. Your trachea divides into bronchial tubes, which get smaller and smaller. The smallest tubes in your lungs are called bronchioles. At the end of the bronchioles are tiny sacs. These sacs are called alveoli. In the alveoli, oxygen moves into the blood and carbon dioxide leaves. This switch happens very quickly. When you breathe out, you are getting rid of the carbon dioxide in your body. How do systems keep the body healthy? Immune system. Every day your body fights to keep you from getting sick. It must protect you from the pathogens that are all around you. Pathogens are organisms that make you sick. Pathogens can be found everywhere. Your body is good at fighting pathogens, so that you will stay healthy. Your body does this in many ways. The first thing your immune system does to fight pathogens is to prevent them from coming into your body. Your skin keeps many pathogens out of your body. The tears in your eyes have chemicals that kill pathogens. Tears also wash pathogens away. Inside of your nose, mouth, and throat, there is mucus that traps pathogens. The saliva in your mouth and the juices in your stomach also kill pathogens. Your body's reflexes, such as sneezing and coughing, help your lungs and throat get rid of pathogens. Your body is good at keeping pathogens out. However, sometimes pathogens are still able to get in. Once pathogens get into your body, your immune system kicks in. Your immune system causes extra blood to flow to the pathogen. The extra blood tells your white blood cells there is a pathogen there. The white blood cells will then fight and kill the pathogen. This type of white blood cell fights any kind of pathogen. There are other types of white blood cells that will only fight certain pathogens. They do this by making antibodies. Antibodies are chemicals that kill only certain pathogens. Antibodies will recognize and fight that same pathogen if it comes into your body again. Systems working together. The systems of your body are always working together. They are involved in everything you do. It is important to take care of your body every day. Healthy habits start at a young age. You can start taking good care of your body now. Many adult health problems start when a person is young. It is never too early to care about your health. To find out how to stay healthy, read the list on page 23. Nervous system. Nerves gather information about the environment. They are in the eyes, ears, nose, and skin. This information is sent to the brain by impulses. Impulses reach the brain through the spinal cord. The brain processes the information and tells the body what to do. Digestive system. The digestive system prepares the body for activity. Some nutrients are in the blood. They supply energy. Some nutrients get stored in tissue and are used when they are needed. Endocrine system. Endocrine glands are always checking on the body. Their hormones make sure the muscles have enough energy. Muscular and skeletal systems. The muscles in a person's legs get messages from the brain to contract. As they contract, the muscles pull on the person's leg bones. This is how the leg moves. If the contracting muscles relax, the muscles opposite them contract. The bones then move in the opposite direction. Respiratory and circulatory systems. These systems have to work harder when the body is active. Breathing gets faster in order to provide more oxygen to the muscles and to help get rid of carbon dioxide waste. The heart pumps faster to bring more nutrients and oxygen to the muscles. Habits for staying healthy. Eat well-balanced meals. Get regular physical activity. Sleep at least 8 hours every night. Drink plenty of water. Avoid using alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. Keep your body clean. Wash your hands often. Wear protective gear when playing sports that require it. Wear your seatbelt in a car.